Now, an argument could have been made for Green Lantern, for sure, but I just think that Ben probably could have won it given how he is in his verse.
And
Like,
also they could have handled the death a bit better.
Yeah, like time travel being used to kill him is not that's dumb. The Sorrow Bro, they literally have an episode dedicated to why that would work, where they talk about the Sorrow Bro effect and how he can know about space anomalies or whatever. Like once Lantern goes back in time, he's gonna know what he's gonna do, and immediately travel time to stop him.
Yeah, I blame that on the animators for not knowing what to do with the characters.
Not to mention, Alien X exists outside of time and space. There's only one Alien X.
No offense to those animators, but it's just like they're too complex characters when they're at their most powerful, and they just did that with them.
No, and then they got mad. No, they didn't get mad. They were like, "Oh, well, Ben couldn't stop the universe from being destroyed," but he didn't know it was being destroyed. And once he saw that it was, he just brings it right back, or like he recreates the whole thing. You know, he recreated the whole universe like that. Okay. Remember Crisis?
Hi, Alex.
Hey, Stefan.
We just finished our prediction, and we're just going on tangents about Ben versus Green Lantern.
Okay, so where can I interject?
We're okay with we could have been okay with like the results, but it's just like how
it was executed.
Okay, so what was it? Like Ben versus Hal. So what did you guys already talk about?
Alien X being beyond time and space. And how Hal should have killed him then and there instead of just like going back in time to do it. Well,
now my problem with the fight. Okay, so they use Green Lantern surviving, like being disintegrated or whatever, and there's also the feat of him surviving Crisis, which reset the universe. You know, that's fine. That's fine. But Ben also survived the universe being destroyed, and he survived the full brunt of the Big Bang, basically.
Yes.
And so I still don't get how Hal scales higher than.
That's easy. I can explain it to you with one thing.
Right.
Basically, you're saying how Green Lantern was able to survive the reset of the universe versus Ben surviving the reset of his universe, and why would you put Ben higher? Well, that's because that the DC universe is much bigger than an average universe by a lot.
It's like how
So DC Universal will always be higher than an average Universal. Sort of like how Dragon Ball is higher than an average Universal. There's more of it there.
Okay.
So that's why. Any feat that would be like if it's DC versus an average and they're both Universal, the DC feat is higher because their universe is bigger.
But they could have explained then.
Oh yeah, they could have explained that. They could have absolutely explained that, but they didn't.
Which is the problem.
It is a problem.
Then also Ben could have had a better matchup instead of going against Green Lantern of all people.
Whoa! I think we're going a bit too far on that. I think Ben versus Green Lantern was a great idea.
I prefer OG Ben versus Beast Void.
Now here's my problem, right? Why for Green Lantern? Okay, so why couldn't Ben go upgrade and take over the ring? Since it is,
they explained that the ring. There's always a little shield around it to prevent it from stuff like that. Yet
Green Lantern was able to cut off Ben's arm.
Which
the show itself, we've seen Ben's arm get cut off, and it just reanimated back. It just reanimated itself.
Yeah, that's another case of like the animators.
That was the animators.
We've seen Ben die in alien form and then come back as another alien with Chroma Stone. Then he turned into Diamond.
Oh right, when he fought Vilgax. That's literally when he fought Vilgax, and when Vilgax showed up again for this.
What was the airing, CJ?
Like 30.
Tell me something.
Yeah, okay. I'll give you that. That one was purely just the animator's fault.
Yeah, it seemed that most of the time it's always the animator's fault.
Yeah, they kind of
Most of the time.
Yeah, the researchers can be most of the time is good.
Gotten a lot better than it once was.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna deny that.
Yeah.
All right. Is there any other issues that we had towards Ben versus Green Lantern?
Nope, that's about it.
That's about it. Although, why Ben versus Beast Boy? Why OG Ben versus Beast Boy?
Because they can literally transform beings can transform into other beings. And
yeah, I know, I get it, but like, no, no, it would kind of be boring for Beast Boy's side since he's just turning into animals.
But he also shown that he can turn into aliens.
He could, but like, they're probably not going to do too much with that.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's just me. I just don't see. I still think Ben versus Hal was like the best choice.
Though I still like OG
another
versus...
issue that I had.
Oh wait, okay.
One more thing about Ben Green Lantern. One more issue that I had was they used certain things to sort of anti-scale Ben, like weaknesses with the Omnitrix, but then completely forgot about all of Hal's weaknesses throughout his comic book origin. Like one feat they used was during an era where Hal had a weakness to the color yellow.
Yes.
Oh no, they did bring that up in the fight. How that was,
they did bring it back
because of parallax.
Yeah,
it's like, okay, so if you're going to use the feat, you're not going to include the weakness during that.
No, because think about it like this. What happened was because, let's say, okay, the weakness changed over time, but the power itself didn't. Mainly because the reason why he was weak to the color yellow to begin with had something to do with parallax, which is the embodiment of fear, infecting the Green Lantern power battery. But then it got out of the Green Lantern power battery, which took out the weakness, but didn't change the power of the ring. So yeah, you can't really factor in that weakness to the color yellow because it's not there anymore. But the power itself for the ring never changed. The power battery wasn't weakened or anything. It just gave him that extra weakness.
Another thing that I thought about as well was in Justice League War when Batman took off the ring. He just took it off. And Hal didn't notice. And they were like, oh, that's a young Hal, and you can't really use that. But then you have Hal cutting off Ben's arm for the Omnitrix. Like, I don't know.
Okay. The movies, the animated movies take liberties with what they do. Most of the time, they're not going to be completely accurate. So I really
what about
that's
the
like
feat where
Spider-Man.
Batman beat Green Lantern by convincing him that he was blind?
Okay, that's a bit different. Ben wouldn't know what to do something like that, and that's because you have to physically be able to. I don't know how you would be physically able to, like, how shall I say, convince the Green Lantern that. I guess only Batman can because I guess he analyzed the ring.
Well, I mean, I figured that he would go like brainstorm, right?
Yeah, that's what I figured as well. But then there's the advantage that Batman has more research on the ring compared to a Ben who just doesn't know anything about Green Lantern.
Even with his smartest aliens, like let's say Brainstorm or Gray Matter, he shouldn't be able to know the inner workings of the ring itself in such a short amount of time.
Not unless he lived in the DC universe.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. So can't use that. So, well, basically, we have a Ben who knows nothing about Green Lantern versus a Green Lantern who also knows nothing about Ben, but who scales higher in terms of durability.
Had they brought all of this up and also had a better death, would be okay with this.
Like, the problem is that their explanation was basically, oh, clearly Green Lantern sat stomps every single alien. But now let's talk about Alien X. Okay, and then they just said, "Oh yeah, Green Lantern just has resistances to these powers," and then just don't go into it. And they're like,
And
what
what's
they
worse is
is
I
basically
feel like they only did.
Green Lantern's AP or attack power is stronger than Alien X's, and here's how. His speed is better. Here's how. His durability scales to his own attack power. Here's how. And then just like, oh, he's also more experienced. He's better trained. He's been doing, he should have just he has all of his powers at once. Basically, there were plenty of reasons why Green Lantern won. It's just it was so horribly said that no one believed it. No one believed it.
Heck, I'm more convinced by their explanation for Goku versus Superman than this.
You mean the gravity
And-
formula? The gravity formula?
Yeesh.
Big.
No, when they pulled up Goku's like travel speed, I was like, yo, that's so bad.
I know. I'm just making a
We
comparison.
get it. We get it. It's not
No,
as bad
it's-
as how they treated JRPG characters, though. God, how they treated JRPG characters.
By the way, Clyde,
Mhm.
remember Yang versus Tifa?
And we don't talk about Yang versus Tifa. That episode was
That is a meme I keep bringing up with Alex. Just
no,
remember-
but do you want to know an episode that I hate? Actually, the people talk about Yang versus Tifa being wrong, but I'm going to tell you an episode that is so wrong, yet no one talks about it.
What is it?
That makes me so. It's Pikachu versus Blanca. Pikachu versus Blanca.
Oh
Horrifically
right.
wrong. Even back then, it was horrifically wrong.
Like they didn't really calculate Pikachu's AP. They just said, "Oh,
they
he's
didn't
just
do
a small
anything.
rat."
Yeah, he's just a small rat who needs, and then just like, oh yeah, Blanca's bigger. That's basically.
I mean, he shocks gods.
I mean,
Yeah.
I can also say the same thing about Jotaro versus Kenshiro or Ragna versus Soul Bad Guy.
Ragna
I mean,
versus.
if you use Pikachu to scale, like he does have certain feats against like god tier Pokemon.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think his biggest known feat that everyone like agrees that this is it is a feat from the Choose You movie, which calcs him at mountain level. Yeah, that
Oh.
Pikachu mountain level.
Oh yeah, that was the reboot film.
What about Detective Pikachu, where he used Volt Tackle on Mewtwo?
Oh yeah.
Would every instance of Pikachu, just any instance, would that scale to Ash's Pikachu? Should that be allowed? Like Detective Pikachu is clearly a different Pikachu. Should that like scale?
I mean,
Maybe.
maybe.
I mean,
So weird.
technically, that wasn't even a Pikachu. That was a human possessing a Pikachu at the time. So
That- Well, both were humans being possessed by both were humans possessing Pokemon.
yeah, one physically and one mentally. But maybe.
Huh.
My thing is, if they were gonna do that, they should have just made a mystery dungeon movie.
Ooh, the Mystery Dungeon.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
Mystery Dungeon anime at one point. They did a special, I think, with like Mystery Dungeon.
I remember that. It was with.
I kind of remember that.
It was
No.
with Squirtle,
Was
that
with
one grass type, and Chickapee. Yeah,
and yeah, that's about as much as I remember.
and it included a talking Pikachu and his little sister, a Pichu.
Old
I
school
mean-
mystery dungeon is a hell to play through. You go down like 60 floors and die. Then you have to start all the way from the beginning, man.
Man,
You-
I'm not a fan.
Ooh.
Man, what the hell? I don't know. I do not want to play Old School Mystery Dungeon.
Like,
Like-
why no checkpoints? No checkpoints at all?
Why not?
No checkpoints.
I feel. Oh yeah, another thing they got wrong was scaling in Cloud versus Link.
Oh yeah, Cloud versus Link.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's completely outdated.
JRPG characters, just like JRPG characters were treated badly.
I mean,
Cloud-
I still think that's not as bad as putting Jotaro and Kenshiro at only building level.
Oh yeah.
No, what's worse? Wait, I think I told Stefan this, but Twilight Sparkle from My Little Pony.
Yeah.
Well, Twilight Sparkle specifically calcs to some universe feats. Yeah, I'm not lying. But get this. That shield feat that they calced in Raven versus Twilight, someone calcs that.
Bro, Bro, some of these fictional universes are insane.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right, I'm back. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah. So I was saying that shield feat was calced at wall level.
Why does everyone in that's even wall level?
I don't know, but it's funny. Also, yeah, Virgil's punch from that one episode calced at wall level, which
They
is
even
funny.
they even calc Sephiroth at door level.
Yeah, like imagine just it's so bad. Both are universal. They were even still treating JRPG characters bad back then. Oh my god! I think the only accurate
Great.
I think Sephiroth versus Virgil and Pokemon versus Digimon might actually be the only accurate JRPG characters.
Yeah. Okay. Wait.
I just think it's crazy to me how Cloud lost outright to Link due to his arsenal, yet Cloud's durability was never talked about. Like the dude gets shot all the time. He got thrown up and stabbed like 30 times by Sephiroth and just shook it off and then killed Sephiroth in one shot.
And also tanked like multiple supernovas.
Yeah, like come on. Like in terms of durability, Cloud should easily. I mean, well, then again, Link has his weapons, which
And plus he has the Triforce, which puts him at planetary.
That might just be the Triforce of Power. I'm not 100. That maybe that would be weird to calc. How do you calc the Triforce of Courage?
They put Sakura Deck did, and they put it at Death Battle did, and they put it at planetary.
That was the Triforce of Power, though, which grants you power. I mean, would the others be scaled to it? I don't know.
Well, I mean, in terms of like hacks, they can do certain like the concept of how they'll never like Zelda, like Link will never really die. He just he just reincarnates or whatever, part of the legend or. And then there's like Zelda, who she could just do whatever. Honestly,
yeah, she just. Wait a minute, Peach versus Zelda. That was completely wrong, wasn't it? I don't think I ever looked into that.
Well, do you buy Universal Peach?
No. Well, actually, maybe.
What?
Mario's a thing.
Yeah, Mario's Universal.
Yeah, so maybe I don't know. If you buy Universal Peach, then yeah, Zelda versus Peach is completely accurate. I just remember people talking about it not being accurate.
Okay, well, what about? Wait, did they recalc Yang's the pillar feat?
They did. I don't know what that counts to though. Give me a second. So does anyone have any other wrong death bells that they want to talk about? Because I talked about Pikachu versus Blanca, and that made me angry.
I mean,
I expected. I thought Stefan was gonna say Mewtwo versus Shadow.
That can actually. The results could actually work, but the research for that, no.
Mewtwo versus Shadow, arguably more than Yang versus Tifa.
I mean, they literally calc Mewtwo at like city level with the moving the lake feet.
Yeah, water feet.
And they calc Shadow at planetary, but because Mewtwo had the mental hacks, even though Shadow was resistant to mental hacks.
Nice.
They decided to give Mewtwo the win. But extensive research will show that both are around the same level of power, and also Mewtwo.
Buy for Mewtwo because there are some feats that may scale him to what was it, Ultra Necrozma? But that's too weird scaling, so depends on what you buy.
It's mainly because of the feat he had with Deoxys.
Okay, that one will work.
And depending on how you scale Shadow, whether it's Solar System, Universal, or Multiversal, that there's more of an argument for Mewtwo winning through sheer hacks in this case. Since despite him being resistant to mental hacks, he's not totally immune to it.
How would Pokemon moves translate through other non-Pokemon? Like, would disable just to disable one of Shadow's moves?
I don't know.
Because what does it do in Smash again? I forgot.
All I do know is that that wouldn't really work on Frieza though.
Oh no, we don't talk about Mewtwo versus Frieza. That's not a good idea. That's a bad idea.
It became outdated the second Golden Frieza showed up.
It became outdated like as fast as. Actually, let's talk about some outdated death battle ideas that just don't work anymore.
Sans versus
Sans versus Bill Cipher, was it?
Bill Cipher.
Yeah. That one was a good one. That one was a good one back in the day. Not anymore. I think he has the judge, right? The judge from.
I mean, then there's also
Chie versus Jolene. Back when they had no ideas.
Yeah. There's a bunch of Goku matchups.
Nah. Yeah, there's a Goku matchups.
And then there was also Ben 10 versus Beast Boy, like I just mentioned before.
That was, yeah.
I mean, my thing is, obviously, Ben 10 would immediately stomp. That's not even close.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
Alien X for that.
It would still be fun.
Even if it was young Ben. Honestly,
yeah, I know.
Make it a DBX. Just do it. It'll be funny to see how Beast Boy wins.
The closest thing we got to that was
Ben.
not death battle.
Oh, not death battle?
Yeah.
And I assumed that they just were like, Ben wins, you idiot.
Yeah, they were like, Ben wins. Danny beat him, but not Beast Boy.
Wait, Danny beat Ben?
It was a DBX.
It was a non-death battle.
Oh, okay.
Wait, was there an actual not death battle called Danny versus
There
Alien?
was.
What? Why did Danny win?
Because he was a ghost.
Does that count? Wait.
What? But he literally. What about Ghost Freak?
He does have Ghost Freak, yes.
Well, it wasn't really like
I guess
like
it wasn't
with
serious.
Death Battle Wars. Yeah, it wasn't like serious.
It wasn't serious. Okay, it was a joke.
Then again, they did have Makoto.
Sorry.
Then again, they did have Makoto Yuki beating Joker and you.
I mean, that makes sense. Just makes. I was gonna mention, wasn't there like a not death battle about like what Silver Surfer versus a wall, or was I not from? Or am I remembering that wrong? Like N64.
That was from
wall.
that was from Nemesis' series.
Oh, okay.
Though there was Sanji versus SpongeBob and Timmy versus
SpongeBob.
Yes, that actually exists.
I'm not gonna lie, that actually might work better than Rocket League.
Yeah, and then there was also Timmy versus Natsu.
Wait, Timmy Turner?
Yes, Timmy Turner.
Natsu.
Man, Timmy wins.
Timmy wins.
Cosmo and Wanda. I wish this guy goes into. I wish this guy goes away. There you go.
I wish this guy dies a horrible death.
I mean, hey, wishes can't. Well, wishes at one point could be used.
I wish for that.
Because remember, there was this one girl. She was said to be the worst god kid ever because she wished for Archduke Ferdinand to die, which caused World War II.
Oh yeah.
Wait, hold up. What? Wait,
that was in the earlier seasons.
There was an episode involving someone being called the worst god kid because they started World War II?
Yes. It was the Hall of Infinity.
Was this an early episode?
That was an early episode. Season 3, I think.
Wow. What?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that was back when.
So if we're being honest, Timmy probably could. I mean, especially if he could somehow be like, oh yeah, I wish this rule wasn't a thing, and then he just wishes.
He literally had an episode where he broke the rules.
He made a secret wish. So since he found a loophole there, he might be able to just amend a rule entirely by wishing it away.
You know what? Better yet, Composite Star Butterfly versus Timmy Turner.
Composite Star Butterfly? What would you count as
composite as in like she knows all the spells. even the spell that puts her at universal.
Okay,
Star probably takes it due to Cosmo and Wanda having a finite magic source.
Oh
Also-
yeah,
Like they can literally lose their magic.
Well, actually, Stardust does Star. She has what?
Oh yeah, the magic dimension. Dang.
yeah.
Actually, that sounds like a pretty. That's a pretty dope. Sense. That makes sense.
Exactly.
Wow, that makes a lot of sense.
Except there's like so many weaknesses for like the fairy's magic that Star would just be like, "Oh, thanks for the tip," and just pull a Hal and use that weakness against him.
Well, then again, despite the weaknesses for certain wishes, Timmy doesn't have that same. Like, if he wishes for a wand himself, he's not going to have the same limitations. I think.
Oh yeah, and he actually did that once. He had a wand where he could wish for 10 wishes.
Yeah, and you see him use like magical weapons and stuff. Like in Nicktoons Unite, he had the wand gun.
That is also true.
Nicktoons Unite.
And plus, there was literally an episode where he was where he wished for Cosmo and Wanda to be his karate gear for magically enhanced strikes.
Man, Fear All Parents was
Not to mention, he wished himself into his computer. He wished for a bunch of stuff. He could literally just.
He literally wished himself into Galactus.
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
It was the greatest thing ever.
And he still lost. Man.
Yeah, that was.
He wished for all the knowledge in the world. How did.
That is another thing that happened.
I mean, if he wishes for all the knowledge, then he'll know all about stars, like spells.
Immediately,
be able to counter them.
Bruh.
Or he could wish the book away. He could wish for Star's knowledge of the spell book to deteriorate.
That is also true. That is also true.
Stopping him from doing that.
You think Timmy could stop time? Did he wish for that? Did he wish to stop?
He wished for that.
He's done that, right?
He's done that several times.
Oh shit! Wait, okay.
He also just wishes people away. Like he wished that he and
can also,
what's her name?
He can also travel through time.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
And he defeated the darkness, which was like a universal feat.
Oh yeah, he did do that.
Yeah, but that was with his. Do we give him the guitar?
Yes.
Oh.
Do we give? No.
Well, I mean, with magic, he can summon anything.
Dude, but that was literally.
He can summon it. He can summon anything with his wishes.
He could, yeah.
Well, why did he summon it? It's the first time. Instead of going on like this whole adventure to go get it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, am I remembering that movie wrong? I feel like I'm remembering that movie wrong.
Oh yeah, he had to go find. Why didn't he just wish for it?
Mm-hmm.
What? Or can he not?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he be able to wish for it?
Did he have Cosmo and Wanda there? Because for some reason I feel like he didn't. I just can't remember why.
Might have to rewatch that. But yeah, it stands to reason that he should be able to wish for whatever he needs to just beat Star. Oh yeah, you have this wand. I wish for her wand to go away.
But then she'll be like, "Oh, I can just use it with that one." And then, okay, bet.
Like, all right, I wish for all your knowledge of spells to go away. like just like, oh man, Steve.
That seems like that's it. Honestly, I would have seen that now. That seems legendary.
No.
Like,
you're telling me you wouldn't want that?
I wouldn't
wish for. He could just do whatever. No, like he goes to Jimmy, right? And he's like, "Oh yeah, I wish I had a rocket that I'm going to build behind this tree." Then it just
I wish to set up everything. Timmy could just destroy the world. That's so sad.
He really could. Literally, like he almost every episode is he makes a wish, it goes wrong and almost destroys everything. Then he unwishes the wish.
Yeah, oh god, I just realized something. He made it
no one could hear.
He once wished for there to only be 2 people on the entire planet. Like he made everyone just gone.
Yeah, and he wished to not exist anymore.
He wished for them to not exist. That's
No, for himself to not exist anymore.
Oh,
You can
yeah.
literally.
That episode was really sad.
Yeah.
that was
The
it proved like it showed. Oh yeah, everyone's lives are just better.
hmm
that's terrible, bro. Like imagine seeing that.
Yeah. Honestly.
No, but the fact that like also like the Hall of Infamy, technically Timmy will always exist in there because all those odd kids they exist outside of time in there.
And not to mention in the movies, Timmy literally became a fairy in the end.
Oh yeah.
What?
Wait, is that canon?
Wait.
Yeah, that was the thing.
No,
I'm
no,
not
he
sure.
wished it was Christmas every day. Remember
Yeah, he has. Oh
he
yeah.
has time hacks. He can just wish every
He is time.
day.
You could literally traverse through time with a time scooter.
Oh yeah, the time scooter. I forgot about that. Jeez, he's stacked.
Bruh, he's stacked on stacked on stacked.
Give me a second. Who does people want Timmy Turner to fight? I'm looking this up. Maybe it exists because I want to know who can go up.
Some
Dang, I don't know how anyone thought that Jimmy would win.
yeah. I don't know either. Yeah, people actually put Brandon Yates made a theme for him versus Twilight Sparkle.
Oh yeah, Twilight.
Timmy's
Oh.
hacks are just dumb.
Light
Yeah.
Yagami. That's a funny one.
Light
Oh,
I mean, Timmy could just wish for the Death Note to not work,
wait,
and what's
For
what
real.
to do? Beat the crap out of him, I guess.
the
Honestly.
main character from Scribblenauts, I think it's called Maxwell. The guy with the pens.
I mean that works.
That probably works. What is it? Oh, Billy Batson. So Shazam. No, that won't work.
Okay, if Shazam could speed blitz and kill Timmy,
Actually, yeah, maybe he
Yeah,
could probably.
maybe.
if he speed blitzes and kills Timmy, then yeah, he'll win. But if Timmy could get a wish off, then no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
It really
yeah.
all depends on who
wait.
gets first.
Oh wait, you could put him against Akira.
Akira. Wait, you mean?
Oh, hold on. Could he?
Wait,
Akira? Akira is different. Akira
Do you mean?
this in his own like universe.
Do you
Or
mean
whatever.
Akira as in Akira from like the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, the movie Akira. Since he's like town level at best, but at his
What? No,
at
he's
his-
not. He's literally like multi.
I was about to mention that.
He's literally multiversal.
I was legit about to mention that, but you cut me off.
Oh, my bad. He just took Tetsuo and took him to another universe that he created where he lives, apparently. I mean, in the manga, he's a regular. Well, he's not regular.
I thought he was stronger in the anime.
No. Wait,
Wait a
no,
minute.
in the anime, he's not really there. It's like his essence.
Yeah.
But in the manga, he does
Oh
basically
my
the same
God.
thing.
Guys, he literally wished himself to be planetary size.
Plant.
Timmy? Oh.
No.
Well,
Timmy wished
just
himself
teleport him away. The same way he did Tetsuo, right?
Yeah.
Then again, Timmy could just be like, "Oh, I wish to come back."
I wish.
And I wish this guy didn't exist or something.
I mean, with Timmy's magic, he'll last a while before Tetsuo killed him.
I don't think no, but see if it's Tetsuo, then Tetsuo loses. Akira is the powerful one. Akira is broken. He has like universal hacks. They were like, "Oh, this is the same energy of the Big Bang." He like showed up, took Tetsuo, and brought him to a new universe or something. I don't even know.
I gotta read that manga, man. Akira
You
gets.
do. Yeah, you do.
I'm still reading Chainsaw Man.
Well,
But I do know enough about Tetsuo to know that I don't want him to fight Magneto.
Magneto wins.
Magneto wins easy.
what?
Magneto stomps.
Yeah.
Well, there's another matchup. Him versus freaking Mob. That's outdated.
Tetsuo versus Mob. I don't like that one either.
Mob wins. Wait, yeah, Mob wins.
No, wait, no.
Yes, he wins as long as
Wait, hold
Tetsuo's
on.
not.
Let me think.
Tetsuo's moon level at least. Mob
Yeah, that is true. He blew a hole in the moon.
Yeah,
He did.
The people
But Mob also absorbs psychic energy, though.
Yeah, but he didn't. Yeah, but remember, he's got a limit. Kind of the major reason why Tatsumaki won.
Except they count the blowing a hole in the moon as multi-continental for.
Yeah, wait, multi-continent. That's still more than enough from. That's still more than enough for Mob.
Oh yeah, that's the same amount that killed Mob.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is true. So yeah, I guess Tetsuo takes that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
sure Mob had that.
No.
with his question mark form.
No.
Yeah, same here.
Doesn't he have when he fought that one guy, that spirit? Wasn't that supposed to be counted like universal? Because he fought in a separate
the OVA. Yeah, that that one had too many questions to be considered.
I mean that's like when they count the Ryuko from Kill la Kill If at Multiversal Plus.
No, because at least what's it?
It's universal.
At
it's
very
universal.
Least, the OVA was actually canon. This one really isn't. The game isn't canon to the the game isn't canon to the anime, but the OVA was. So you could make an argument for universal level Mob, but it's really poor.
Yeah, I do like that fight. That was really clean.
Yeah, that one was one.
It was, but it was a good fight.
Yeah.
No, I really like that Timmy Turner section though. Like basically, Timmy just stops everyone with one wish.
I mean, yeah,
he could.
Like, I mean, the dude threatened the universe just for breaking the rules.
That's so stupid.
It's crazy how like there are multiple kids with godparents. None of them mess up the earth like Timmy does though. Or at least you don't know.
Which is really saying something. Like, why is it that?
And then Timmy, he makes it so that nobody's aged in like 60 years.
Which affected the entire universe.
It did, which was really
like no one even noticed. None of these higher level beings noticed at all.
Notice that.
Like, well, for the higher level beings, I guess it's because it's like a drop in the bucket. But like, how did no one else notice? How did people not?
Like,
notice?
not even the High Council noticed.
Yep.
Dear goodness.
It's crazy. Timmy's stacked.
Timmy's stacked. Man, these cartoon characters just always be crazy. Because I'm pretty sure. I think Outerversal SpongeBob's the thing. Man, I don't like Toon Force.
Outerversal?
Yeah, but we
like with that. Pencil?
Yeah, but we don't talk about that.
With the pencil, he just
with the pencil. If anything, I'd buy.
Like, no, not even just that. Like, doesn't he scale to King Neptune?
He could, yes, he could very well. Neptune. There's a lot of things that you could. Oh my god.
Yeah, you could argue scales to King Neptune too.
Like, if anything, I would scale him at like nuclear, since he always shrugs off the real life.
Like that joke nuclear. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
it was up from now and again. Oh my god!
And that was like real life footage of the nuclear bombs at Bikini Atoll.
That's crazy.
Man, not very tactful. I mean, like they showed the actual nuclear bomb.
I mean, no one died, but it was just like testing.
Kind of funny, like Nicktoons Unite, right? You have SpongeBob, Timmy, Jimmy, and Danny on the team, right? Literally, Timmy and SpongeBob probably scale higher than Danny and Jimmy, like way higher.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, Danny, it's arguable, but I know SpongeBob and Timmy. Also, SpongeBob's durability feats can't be hurt at all.
By like Flax the flounder of the fish guy.
Wow. Versus Wiki does not like SpongeBob. They only put them at like multi-city block, the small building level.
For SpongeBob?
For the SpongeBob verse. They have shown greater feats than just that.
But like SpongeBob had enough power to blow up Plankton's bucket heads, which had enough power to take over Neptune's mind.
Sounds like this Winnemud, you forget that Squidward can unironically beat Bakugo.
Oh, and also
he can tank nuclear explosions.
Oh, wait a minute! I forgot. There's also the talking Bubbles the Dolphin from the movie.
No, but he scales higher than, because think about it. Plankton's bucket helmet was able to take over Neptune completely. SpongeBob just breaks it.
Yeah, that's insane. But they scaled Bubbles small to galaxy to small star level. And
sorry, I'm back, man. I'm sorry.
I wish they would do recalcs. They definitely got to raise these stats.
I mean, you can edit it. You could edit it if you wanted. You just have to calc it yourself.
Yeah, but that's gonna take a while.
Yeah. For Steven versus Star, I can't even get into Steven lifting the injector calc, the durability speed of him surviving re-entry with his bubble. There's a bunch of feats that they could use for him.
Yeah,
Star doesn't really have that many though that I can think of off rip. I guess destroying Toffee is one, but her butterfly form in terms of durability, we don't know anything about. So Marco,
it is the thing.
A harpoon was going to do her.
I think it was a thing that her butterfly form, to become a thing, had to merge with all the magic in the universe, which is another one of those universe level feats that Star could have.
But at the same time, Marco was scared that a harpoon was going to kill her while in said form.
Because, to be fair, we don't know if that harpoon would have done anything to her.
Also, she had enough power to damage Toffee, but she couldn't disintegrate him.
Not fully, yeah. I guess
if that really was the power of all the magic of the universe, why did he not immediately die?
And plus,
maybe he's.
And plus, there's also the fact that
the final blow.
And plus, there was also the fact that it wasn't enough to overwhelm Meteora, who got kicked around by Marco. That's
true.
Yeah. Literally, Eclipse just shows up and immediately one-shots Meteora. And then she uses the death spell on that Solarian warrior.
That's another thing.
Star just learned that.
Eclipse completely outclassed Star in that fight. Meteora was giving her the hands.
Kind of funny, magical energy versus spells. Because if we're being technical, Star should have more magical energy than everyone in the series, besides Meteora.
Yeah.
Given that she's one of the only ones who could wand, casually.
Yeah. Eclipse completely outclassed Star, who unlocked her butterfly form.
Yeah. And she can't even use magic without her wand. That's just so just make something that it makes you wonder, could Star just make a spell that just wipes out anyone? Could she just be
the fact that there's a princess that exists that could destroy a dimension, I believe it.
Yes.
But had Star learned all the spells, she would have.
The fact that the ones that she makes are all they're just regular blasts of random stuff. To make something cool. You know?
She could shoot a narwhal.
She could shoot a narwhal.
She shot a narwhal.
Shut up. We get it.
Wait, hold on. Eclipse's spells are in the wand now. Does that mean she can use them? Or no?
No.
Maybe?
How that works?
It's only the spells that Star learned.
Okay.
Otherwise, all the spells would be there.
Because I'm saying, like, her spells were in the wand during that one episode, so I'm thinking, like...
No, it was only the one spell, the portal spell, the all-seeing eye.
Wait, if all the princesses have used the wand before, why is it that only Star spells are in the wand at that point? Does it, like, reset with each...
It always just shifts from person to person. For Eclipse, she has all
but,
the
like,
spells.
why was Eclipse's spell staying in the wand, then? If it resets given who it's given to?
Plot convenience.
I mean, it's imagine all of the spells of all the princesses being in the wand at once.
Maybe it could be in like another Rose's room.
Also, we never saw Ludo's spell in the wand. The Levitatio.
Yeah, that is also true. I think it maybe just had, also Toffee like corrupting all of magic. Maybe just has to do with Star losing half of the wand.
Oh yeah.
Since they always described how powerful the wand was.
Yep, it's the most powerful weapon in the universe. And the spell book is the most powerful artifact in the universe. Those two together make you really stacked. Yet Star decided to not learn anything about either of those things.
No.
And plus it could also be used against her if they so chose.
Read Eclipse's chapter, but she doesn't know any of the spells.
Yeah. Also, though it would be really hilarious if Steven just like grabs it and just like bubbles it away.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that earlier. He could just speed blitz her and then just make the wand disappear.
Because there was like a bunch of feats for like Steven being beyond multiple times faster than the speed of light. Because he was able to react
to the ship thing, right? Is that what you're talking?
That's the one. Yeah, that was the one.
Mm-hmm. Hey, has Steven ever been shown to heal himself with his own power?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we find out in Future that he has a passive healing ability that works every time he's gotten hurt since season 1.
Okay, I was just making sure
because Sakura's 100
healing himself, like healing others. I didn't know if he could heal himself.
Yeah, he has a passive.
Oh my goodness, Clyde!
What?
Steven versus Sakura.
Oh, let's go.
That's actually really interesting.
Is it though? Is it really though?
Okay.
It's either that or Enid versus Sakura, which is a lot more fair.
In terms of healing, I think that Sakura probably scales higher. 100 healings is no joke. She can survive vital stuff. You know?
Yeah.
I've seen Steven take anything like crazy. You know? I mean, I guess Jasper headbutt cracked his skull and that healed, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But it didn't really heal right though. Because he still has like a scar or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But like as far as strength goes, the feat where she punches Kaguya, you know, if Kaguya was visibly damaged by it, that would put her at like probably like that would be like multi-dimensional like
universal punch. The multi-universal punch.
Like it would have to think about the implications, right? Like what Kaguya was able to do. She just like flicked her wrist and brought them to a new dimension, already multi-dimensional off the bat. You know? And then you have like her final truth-seeking ball, which was going to obliterate every dimension that she had. And then Sakura just boom, and then they seal her away.
Dang.
It's like, dang. You know, certain things like that just make it weird. It makes it weird. Now, as far as like, I don't think she could survive like a meteorite. Like if Madara did what he did to the Alliance.
Oh, that was the funniest thing in the fourth.
If she's obliterated, I don't think she can do anything from that. I don't think her healing can cover that.
Yeah.
Again, Tsunade was able to survive being cut in half.
What'd you say?
No matter what, I feel like Steven wins by blitzing. Like,
Yeah.
speed feat. Because Naruto, okay, so Naruto's calced at like above light speed, and so is Steven.
But
the scale to Naruto in speed, though, is the question. The Cosmic feat could suggest that.
I would say no because Sasuke blitzed her.
Oh yeah, that is true. But like, are we talking like end of series, like the Genjutsu?
Yeah, and there was also the fact that she had to be carried by Granny Chiho during their fight with Sasori.
Oh, like she's gotten faster since then, though. She's gotten faster since then.
Yeah, but I don't think
like in the war arc, she scaled way higher than she has at any other point in the series.
She was doing crazy stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just weird because, like she says, I caught up to them, right? But she really hasn't. But then
not even close.
You had her showings at the Kaguya fight, which make it weird. Like her punching Kaguya and being able to supply Obito with enough energy to bring Sasuke to the dimension while still having enough chakra to punch her and hurt her. It's weird. It's weird.
I don't think I'd give her the scaling to Kaguya. I'd say just more like caught her off guard since Kaguya was about to move up.
That is true. In terms of scaling, like for Steven's strength, the anvil thing where he like taps it with the hammer and it just breaks, and beating Jasper, who's strong enough to survive like the full pressure of like the bottom of the ocean, and who also scales higher than Garnet, who can bathe in volcanoes. It's yeah.
I don't think that Sakura is bathing in volcanoes.
Yeah, but like I think that speed alone, Steven should win though. Like even if Sakura had like strength, I feel like just speed alone.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like I believe that Hinata could just off of like pure combat prowess. You know, given the fact that she's a Hyuga, she could just cut her off. Then she can't use chakra. Remember, in part one, they stated that it only takes one hit from a Hyuga to disrupt your flow of chakra. And like Sakura's whole thing is like chakra control. She has to compress her chakra in her fist and then release it in order to use her super strength. So if Hinata gets hits on her, she can't use her powers at all. And a lot of people were like, "Oh, but what about speed though?" They all scale to each other in speed. I don't think Sakura scales higher than Hinata in speed because Chio needed to help her fight. And then, like, she didn't really get that much faster. She got stronger for sure.
Yeah, she definitely got stronger.
But in terms of speed, like, Hinata was able to react to the Ten Tail. Whereas Sakura couldn't react to, like, Madara or any of the people. But then again, that's Madara. Madara's different.
Yeah.
You know, it's just weird. Like, Hinata was able to react to a Ten Tail's hand
and the
needle blast, right? She reacted to both of those and saved Naruto.
Oh yeah, that was about to blitz Naruto.
Yeah, so it's safe to say that Hinata's pretty fast.
Yeah.
Also, you know, Pain. That was Pain. She actually in the manga she got more hits on than in the anime.
Yeah.
So, you know, then again, Pain was fatigued. So I don't know.
No, in the manga, Hinata got one shot. In the anime, she got more hits on him.
Oh yeah, my bad. But yeah, like Pain was fatigued, but still, the fact that she was able to go in and I was like, oh man. You know. Plus, she's been trained from birth to fight. That's like literally their thing. You can see her as a toddler, hand-to-hand fighting.
Mm-hmm.
You know. In terms of combat prowess, she's just superior in every way. All she has to do is get one hit on her too. Like the only way Sakura wins is if she speed blitzes Hinata, which I don't see happening.
No, all Naruto should be like nigh equal in terms of speed. At least the higher tier ones, or like even the mid tier ones, should all be like lightning to like timing.
Yeah. And don't even get me started on adults. As adults, Hinata
still stomps because people forget this.
But in the last movie, the last Naruto the movie, Hinata gets Hamura's power, all of his chakra, and she still has that power.
She does.
Yeah.
So that's why. So that's why she was. So that's why. That explains.
Literally just healed. Like
Right.
Naruto was fatigued, and she's just like, "Oh, here," and then just replenishes all of his chakra. And it took Sakura like days to heal Naruto. So
and
yeah,
Himawari was
chakra
able
level-
to one-shot Naruto when caught off guard, and Hinata was also able to scare Naruto and Boruto.
yeah. In terms of like chakra level, Hinata eclipses basically everyone. It's not
Yeah,
even funny. And then you got like so you got Hamura's power. She's got her like all of her abilities still and her combat prowess. Sakura, she's a lot stronger and faster, but I just still don't see her beating Hinata, who's a combat specialist.
yeah.
Yeah.
So given her huge amounts of chakra and the fact that she's still a combat specialist and is still and a lot of people think that she's weak because she couldn't beat Hanabi, but like a lot of people forget about the mental part of fighting. Like it's like for Tsunade, right? Tsunade had that weird blood fear, which kept her nerfed, which is what allowed Kabuto to beat her.
I mean, it wasn't really weird. She literally watched her lover and her brother die, and they were covered in blood.
With Hinata, her insecurities nerf her completely. You know, like in terms of actual combat, she's very capable. She would have beaten Hanabi had she been a little bit more, like had she had more conviction, basically.
Right.
Well, bloodlusted Hinata should have no problem swapping hands with a lot of powerful people. She actually she could have beaten Neji technically if she would have gotten one of those hits off.
Yep.
She almost tagged him, and they were swapping hands blow for blow for like a good while.
Yep.
Wait, is Neji freaking weaker than Hinata now? Because
as of now, yeah.
As of now, yes, he is.
The last movie buffs, okay.
Oh, what were we talking about?
Well, I guess we were pretty much done with the whole Hinata versus thing.
Oh yeah, so Sakura versus Steven. I don't think Sakura's taking that. Given Steven's speed blitzing her. Also, he can pacify her as well with his powers.
He can do that.
Well, okay, it all depends. Does her actually? No, wait, hold on, never mind. Mind hack resistance.
Mind hack resistance.
Remember, Ino tried to use her mind transfer jutsu and it didn't work. Wait, it did work, but then she overcame it. She overcame it with her like inner self or whatever. Somehow.
Friendship, power of anime, and love.
I don't even know. She just did that.
I guess. I think it was because of Naruto cheering for her.
I guess. And then you have like well, she's supposed to have genjutsu resistance, but we never really see it, I guess.
Yeah, blame Kishimoto for that.
And again, Sasuke using a genjutsu on her isn't really like an anti-feat because Sasuke's genjutsu is freaking crazy. He just
he is an Uchiha. They're prodigies.
No, that's not even it. He turned and looked, and then all the tailed beasts were immediately genjutsu.
Wow.
Just one. He's just like, oh yeah, you beasts,
and then they're done.
You want my control now. I'm your king.
So yeah, Sasuke using a genjutsu on her is not really an anti-feat, but in terms of like mind hack, like being able to block that, we still don't know what's up in the air.
Okay, I'll give you a better one. Sakura Haruno versus Enid from OKKO.
I think Sakura probably okay. How fast
Enid
or how are we scaling Enid? Does she scale?
She probably scales to like not completely to KO, but think about it. I would not buy planet level. I would not.
I don't think Enid scales to KO.
She
Well, then
doesn't
again,
scale-
speed
she
wise,
doesn't scale to
she
KO,
was
but
able to
except for
react to TKO. She
yeah,
was able to react to
She's-
him in base.
they're all faster than light, and versus Leaky put Enid at multi-continental level since she fought someone who could shoot a hole in the moon.
Is that enough? Isn't Sakura like what country? I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, Sakura is like Mountain Plus.
yeah,
Okay.
probably.
So she's worse than what I thought.
And
Dang.
also,
Enid,
I think country isn't country lower than continent.
Yes, country is low.
yeah, Enid being able to react to TKO both in base and with her turbo form.
Yeah,
It's not looking good for Sakura with the speed.
Sakura does not have a winning matchup. Not even what's
Yeah, it's not looking good for her.
I mean Clyde. Someone actually did Josuke versus Sakura.
Let's go. I
Oh
take
man,
that.
Josuke, he take.
Funniest thing, it was so hilarious.
I take that.
Wouldn't even be able to see his.
They literally had her in. They literally merged her with a rock, Angela style.
Oh yeah. No, the fact that Josuke can like manipulate matter. No, have you guys seen Invincible?
No, I've been meaning to.
I've seen a bit of the Invincibles.
I've
Or,
seen.
this isn't really a spoiler, but there's a character named Adam Eve, right?
Yes.
And she, in her own words, can manipulate all matter.
Okay.
Yet she
Really?
doesn't really fight, and it makes me upset. Like, I mean, she uses her powers in a cool way, like like she can stop rock slides and build crops or whatever. But
feel like-
man, you could manipulate matter. Why is it
Manipulate matter. Then
So she'd be immune to like the infinite rotations.
Yeah. No, that's funny because like a friend of mine, he tried to like anti-feed her by being like, "Well, she can't use it on herself." No, she can. We in an episode we see her literally heal herself. It took a while, but she did do it.
So then I have a question. Could she take like a rock and manipulate that into energy and then just shoot lasers?
Where did you get that?
I want to say yes.
Well,
I
it's
want to
still
say yes, but we've never seen her do that.
energy.
She did say all matter though.
Yeah, like it's all matter.
Yeah, she said she could manipulate all matter and turn it into.
So then you could
She
probably like lift like rocks and then transform it into some sort of energy and then start firing lasers.
Yeah, she should be able to do that.
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
it's not like she has to understand. Well, I'm not sure if she has to understand the composition of what she makes or not. I'll have to look that up.
Like alchemy, but like much better.
Ah, nice.
Let me see. Subatomic manipulation. She can sense and manipulate matter and energy at atomic level by sheer willpower.
So yeah, maybe.
Oh yeah, she can do that. Yeah, for sure.
So then yes, lasers.
La 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 lasers. La 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 lasers.
Dang. So yeah, Adam Eve, she's pretty OP. She's taking out Sakura for sure.
Yeah, she would absolutely take out Sakura. Everyone takes out Sakura, and it's hilarious, except for Amy Rose. Except not really, because that wouldn't. I'm pretty sure.
Amy's like planetary.
Amy still wins that. It was just
I wanted Sakura to win that.
what?
But she doesn't even. I wanted Sakura to win that, but she doesn't even win that.
She doesn't win that.
Didn't wasn't there another DBX where she fought some chick from
Yes, Ren Tosaka, who she also loses to in reality.
Please don't tell me she's Universal.
Well, okay. I'm not sure who wins between her and Rin, but in an actual death battle, they more than likely would give her Archer, her summon hero. That's which
course.
then she wins. No, like then Archer just is Universal because, of course, he is. It's weird.
She's small country level.
She's small country level.
Oh yeah, so she doesn't have to. Oh, sorry. I was gonna say Adam Eve doesn't have to use rocks to make lasers.
She can use the air. Can she use the air?
Yeah.
Says that she learned how to channel her transmutation powers into powerful energy blasts.
So she can shoot lasers just with that
Yes.
rock. Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, she